Okay, hopefully this is working. I don't know how to check if it's working, but we'll just we'll just hope for the best, I guess. Let's see. Go into the actual setup. Ooh. All right. Well, let me know if you can't hear me or if the music is too loud or too quiet or too something. All right. It's been a while since I streamed. I need to remember how this works. Okay. So I figured we'd do a little bit of Worldpainter today. Kind of I don't know. It's just been something I've been wanting to work on. Let's get rid of the annotation layers because those are kind of annoying. I don't know. Oh. Okay. I like it. I did not do that on purpose, but it works. Go on, Ruben. So I've got these weird little okay, great. Great to hear. I've got these little weird yellow boxes that have started popping up whenever I open Worldpainter. Not sure what that's about. I don't know how to get rid of them either, though, so I guess we'll just kind of we will just kind of have to live with them for now. So I apologize for that. They're like help tooltips, I think, but I just not entirely sure. Oh, those went away. Maybe I just have to select the brush or something. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well that's easy. All right. So let's zoom in a little bit and see what we can find. I do want to. I want to make the maximum brush size bigger, but I don't remember how I did that in the first place. There was a setting, I swear. Let's see. I think it'd be under preferences, you know? That seems... But, okay. Oh well. We won't worry about it now. But yeah. How's everyone's night going? Or day? It's not bad, you know? Things are going pretty good. Having a lot of fun with it. But what I've realized recently is that I need to get my act together when it comes to this Worldpainter stuff. Because until I finish this section, so kind of this section here with the big skeleton and the lake up in the mountains and everything, until I finish this big section up here, it is really difficult to update the whole map in general. And that's kind of what I want to do. Is I want to we're still on 18.2 on the server, so I need to update. I need to get us onto 1.19 because mangrove and all sorts of other fun stuff to play with. But I'm running into some weird issues where it turns out in order for us to upgrade from 1.17 to 1.18, there has to be this whole thing where we take the world, turn into a single player world, and then it has to be optimized somehow through like internal Minecraft stuff. Don't know exactly how that works, but we got to do that, and then we have to do the actual update. And I figured this would also be a good time to also introduce more map for people to build in. I haven't quite finished the valley, but you know, given what's up? Oh, you quit gaming? That's probably smart, honestly. I have not been playing as many games for fun recently. Mostly just games for well, I don't know. This world is less of I mean, it is fun, but it's not the personal project. It feels like work. But yeah, it's been a while since I've worked on this. Not entirely sure where to start. I think that the big thing I need to do is this area is very flat around the skeleton. And I need to yeah, we need to put something here. considered asking not others to join while using Worldpainter, to make the process less laggy intensive. I'm not sure what you mean there. I'm not sure. Are you talking about like because Worldpainter doesn't actually. Worldpainter is completely separate from Minecraft. So I'm the only one doing Worldpainter, and people being on the server right now makes no difference to what I'm doing here. When it comes to updating the world, that also it's all like kind of a single player thing, where I have to take the world file off of the server and then optimize it and then merge the Worldpainter file with the map and then upload it back onto the server. It is a long process. It's going to take me probably 2 or 3 weeks. Partially because I have a full-time job, and partially because it's a very long and time-intensive process. So we'll give it a shot and see, one of these days. I don't know exactly when. We've been very productive lately, and I kind of don't want to step on that by trying to get like too much actual stuff done. So yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll give it some thought and give it a look and see how it goes. Hey, what's up? How's it going? The issue with updating is the world. Yeah, it's 60 gigabytes. Yeah, that's the only way, because I can't do it while people are working on it. That would not work. Because I'd have to be going back and forth. So really what I'm doing is if we scroll over here to like Illias and everything, you can see that this map is not, if I take off the image overlay, I don't know why the annotations keep going back up. Oh, it's auto-saving. That's fun. But you can see that this map is not actually the map that we've been building on. This is a flat version of it. So what happens is I just choose to merge portions of the Minecraft map on the server with portions of the Worldpainter map. So I say everything from this mountain range over. So it's an interesting process. This autosave is going to take forever. Unfortunately, I need to turn off autosaving again. I had it on because I was working on some smaller projects. And autosave is a nice feature. The issue is that this map is so just wildly enormous that I would say it is challenging to be able to save this, because it takes like 5 whole minutes just to save, and I can't do anything while it's saving. So we're gonna sit here and talk for a couple minutes. But yeah, kind of some plans for the Worldpainter stuff. What I would really like to do would be I want to put in some mountains, and Bart and I were having a chat the other day, and the suggestion from her that I really liked was kind of ridges, kind of one-sided mountains where you've got kind of a gentle to not gentle slope on one side, and then like a sheer cliff on the other side. And I really like that idea. The other thing I wanted to do is add some more water features around the big skeleton. The story there is that the big skeleton is the body of a sea monster, but a very special kind of sea monster, legendary sea monsters. And because of that, these creatures, which I've decided to call Leviathans, are not mortal creatures. They don't live and die. They don't really age. They're the kind of creatures that, if someone kills them, they'll die, but otherwise they'll just live forever. And so kind of my thought there is that if, the body of this, is up on the land, someone killed it long ago, the bones are probably not really, maybe the flesh is decayed and everything, but I imagine that like the bones and the, some other parts of it, maybe like some of the organs, like the heart and whatnot, are maybe still in there. Just not, not decaying, not falling to ruin, as is the case with mortal creatures. I had some cool ideas that maybe there's waterfalls and streams and things that emerge from the skeleton, that being that this is a creature of the sea, and a powerful immortal one at that, that perhaps this creature has kind of brought some of the sea with it. I think that might be kind of a neat idea. I think it adds some interest. I've been doing a lot of looking at the overall map and trying to figure out, where we're going with all of this, and how it's all going to fit together. The portion of the map that I'm working on right now is just orders of magnitude larger than what we've currently working on. This little valley right here is tiny in comparison, and we've been working on, more or less on and off, little bits at a time. It's been about 3 years. We're coming up on 3 years in about a month, and it's a very small portion of the map. So I'm doing what I can to try and alleviate that in the future, right? To make the rest of this something that where we can build the interesting points, where we can build the cities, where we can build the ruins of ancient civilizations and the dangerous dungeons and all that good stuff. But where we don't have to worry about where we don't have to worry about building, the every single individual tree, because that's what I was worried about to start out with, is that I would end up having to, or not I, but we would end up having to build all the different trees, and it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of boring, repetitive, monotonous work. So I'd rather avoid it if I can. Also, this thing is still auto-saving, so I apologize for that. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone has any ideas about things they'd like to see, things they think would be cool, I'm always open to suggestions. I like hearing what people have to say about ways that we can make this project even cooler than it is. But I've definitely learned some lessons, working on this valley and everything. I've discovered things that I did well, things that I didn't do so. Yeah, only a crazy person would build an entire forest, one tree at a time, by hand, a little bit every single night. Definitely no one I know, but some crazy people. But yeah, like some of the things that I discovered that I did and did not like. I'm not. I like that I added little rocky outcroppings. I think those add a lot of texture and a lot of interest to the landscape. I wish I had done more with the water. I think that I wish that before bringing it into the actual server, that I had done a little more there. Oh, look, we've got a bot. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to dogehype.com. Love it. Love it. I don't have any money though, and anyone who has watched these streams before knows that. So unfortunately, can't purchase any followers or anything. But hey, maybe one day. Of course, I imagine that if I ever reach a point where I have the funds and everything to buy followers, I probably already have enough followers, because that's the only way I can see that I'm gonna make any money out of this. I can't believe this thing is still autosave. This is ridiculous. Really gotta turn that off. Hey, it's Wanda. Oh, quick, it's not auto-saving. Hold on. Oh god, where's the auto-saving preferences? Probably. Enable autosave. No more autosave. Okay, we're good. How's it going, Rhonda? It's been a while since I've streamed. How's the big project going? Sounds like a steal. Oh, hey, look at that. Got Chris in here too. Nice. Okay, let's go back over here because this is where the actions happen. Yeah, it's a huge file. I wonder if I can't even look up how big the file is, but it has a lot to say. So, this is what I'm thinking. Got our big skeleton. You guys can kind of see in the 3D view. Where is my 3D? I've got that page open somewhere. 3D view. There we go. Let me drag that around a little bit so you guys can see. We got our big skeleton. I'm reasonably okay with how it looks. I don't know. I think there are things I could have done better. I think that there are things that I have done well and things that I could have definitely messed up way worse than I did. So, my current thought is I'll take it, right? I'll take what I can get with this. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do much more with the skeleton. I think that it's kind of where it's gonna stay for now. But I do think, yeah, I don't know. We need some, like, look at this. Look how flat this is. This is all just flat and gross, and there's nothing interesting. And this is a wide space. I mean, these squares on this, you can faintly see them. They're very small. These squares are 1,000 blocks across. So, I mean, this is, easily, I mean, this space right here is almost 2,000 by 2,000, that doesn't have anything in it except like a little bit at the edges. So we definitely need to change that. What I wanted to do, I think, was try and add some hills and whatnot. Maybe just kind of like this. I don't think we need a lot, just a little bit, just enough to give it some texture. See if we can see what that's looking like over here. I did finally figure out how to add the you can see the little overlay for the 3D view. I thought that was kind of a nice touch. Okay, this is good. This is some texture, and I think that a base layer of texture is just kind of, it's going to be important. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see. I don't think we need too much. I just want enough that that it's not just flat, right? That it's not just a big flatness. So let's add some hills. It doesn't need to be, I don't think it needs to be a lot of hills. I don't think these need to be super tall or super anything in particular, but just some hills. And this will be a good base layer. We can kind of work from here, I think. More giant skeletons? Yes, probably. Just probably not here. I don't think that this particular area needs more giant skeletons. I think one is enough. I think if I add more, it's gonna take away from the majesty of the one we got. But there is gonna be another section of the world that I anticipate being a desert, kind of dunes is the word I think that is most appropriate. Kind of a dunes landscape, like the ocean side sand dunes and stuff. So when we get to that part, certainly I think skeletons fit in that kind of landscape, I do want to open this river up a little bit too. There's one of the things I was noticing is that it's a little bit narrow in some of these spots. And I would like to open it up just a wee bit. Just to get a little bit more river and a little bit less of everything else. That seems pretty good. For now, this is a little bit narrow too. Probably push that back just a wee bit. Yeah, that's a little better. But yeah, that's the general plan. We'll see how that actually ends up going. It seems all pretty good. Yeah, the river does widen quite a bit, which means that likely what I'm going to have to do is add some more sources of water that flow into this. And that's part of also what I was thinking with the big skeleton. If it produces its own water, then that's more water that we can have flowing into this big river. And I think that's, you know, nice. I like this big river. It looks really good. If you've followed me on Instagram, you'd see some of the pictures of it, and it's I don't know, it's just got a nice shape. But yeah, the picture that I posted most recently, the big winding river, that's this volcano right here, and then this section of the river kind of around here. That's pretty neat. Let's see. I'm gonna raise this up to, I don't know, probably about 80-ish. I do want it to be a little bit flat on top. Let's see. How flat is that though? Is it like too flat? Oh no, that's not bad. That's not bad. I guess the base ground layer here is 64, so 80 is just really not that tall in comparison. I think kind of like this. Got some kind of cliffs along here. Yeah, but I think this is going to help a lot, just having something. We can do some different kinds of hills. I don't know what this one looks like. Let's see. That would be this one over here. That's an interesting hill. I like that. Kind of expand it a little bit in this direction. Don't want to cover up my skeleton if I can avoid it. Maybe we just have some kind of flat-topped little hills around here. Just to have some other kind of space here, something a little bit different, something a little bit fun. Rotate this around a little bit. It's kind of fun. Get kind of three little hills. I think this part we can expand a little bit as well. Bring that out. But yeah, I think today is probably going to be just, unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of not super duper exciting stuff, unfortunately. So I apologize for that. A lot of kind of bookkeeping stuff, because this is the stuff that I have to get done. And if I have to get it done, ooh, that's really, I guess these join together though. If I have to get it done, might as well stream it, right? It gives me motivation to do it, and you guys get to watch the process a little bit. I do want to expand this. I like this little island. But I don't want it to be too close to the shore. I want it to be like, you know, like reasonably difficult to get to. I think that's okay. Kind of make this bend a little bit bigger. Maybe we kind of have like a little inlet here. Yeah, I like that. I think this would be a good spot. You could put a town kind of nestled here between these little hills. Some docks maybe or something to get out to the thing. Oh. Sorry, I just realized that people have been chatting, and I just have not seen chats because my thing wasn't scrolling. Oh, Ruben's gone. We will miss you. Couple ideas: islands, sometimes in the rivers, possibly a dramatic sinkhole in the plain somewhere, or gorge. Now that's interesting. I kind of like the idea of a sinkhole, just because I feel like one of the more common places to have sinkholes is limestone areas, and places with a lot of running water, which is pretty much exactly what we're doing here. Um, this area is a lot of that. It's a lot of limestone, because I'm thinking that probably this whole area is kind of I like those mountains. I don't remember doing those. But this whole area is probably once underwater. It's pretty low lying. Hey, it's Gumpy. Have a good night. Yeah, probably a lot of limestone here. Oh, look at that! You've even got like little the little tokens to redeem. I do appreciate the stretch. I've never quite understood the whole, I don't know, the redeemable things for Twitch, but I think people like them, so cool with it. This is not the right brush for this though. Let's see. I don't want this to be too funny, but yeah. So this whole plane was probably once underwater, which means that when you have areas that have been underwater they've been inland seas basically in the past, you end up with a lot of like little sea critters that lived there and died there. And as they do that, they have a tendency to leave behind shells and bones and things that kind of tend to accumulate, and you end up with basically limestone. That's what limestone is, at least as far as I can tell. And so because of that, you end up, limestone is very relatively soft compared to a lot of other types of stone. And when you have a lot of continuous running water in the same area, what ends up happening a lot of the time is you end up with sinkholes and caverns, especially. Caves are very common. I don't know how to... I mean, I do, but I'm not comfortable building caves in Worldpainter yet. I think that's something that I'd rather keep for the actual server for right now, but definitely an option at some point there. But I do think, how do you make a sinkhole, you know? And where? My guess would be kind of here, in like nestled in the crook of this great creature. Like some deep depression, maybe just a hole that drops down into a cave. That seems kind of cool. I don't know exactly how I would do that. I mean, the simple answer is I put a hole on the map here, and then later on we build a cave attached to the hole. I don't know if that's a great solution. Let's experiment around a little bit with it. Let me see if I can figure out where the cave layer stuff is. I believe it's a layer that I paint on. Yeah, caves. What's the difference? Generate underground caverns. Tunnel-like caves. So we're looking for caverns. Can I just... No. How do I do... I think I have to add a cave layer. Here we go. Cave tunnel layer. I remember this. Okay. I guess you guys can't see my UI. Let me see if I can fix that. Hold on just 1 second. That's a window capture. Oh, here. I have to turn on the display capture. There we go. Now you guys can see. I'll turn off the window capture for now. But now you guys can see my little thing. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see it even better. Oh, that didn't help at all. Okay. Let's see. Let's call this sinkhole. And we will change the color to something suitably sinkhole-ish. Maybe like a gray color. It doesn't really matter too much. Alright, let me see. Ceiling, fixed height above the floor. Fixed level, fixed depth. I think fixed level is probably the way we want to go, because we want this. We don't want it at 16. So we know that the ground layer up here is at 90, so we can't go above 90. I would say maybe like 75, 70. Call it 70. We'll add a little bit of variation. Yeah, I'll just do 7. That's fine. A little bit of roughness. And we can actually see as we increase the roughness that that seems good. Oh, we can pick a material. That's crazy. I don't even know. Probably like kind of a light stone, huh? I think I have a regular, yeah. We'll try that. And then the floor is going to be different. Let's see. How do we do the floor? I mean, we could just do fixed level, I guess. That seems fine. We can make it pretty low too. Well, how big of a sinkhole are we thinking? I'd kind of like to do. I have this kind of this image in my mind of like a big sinkhole that opens up into a really big cavern, and you have like water that flows into the sinkhole, like waterfalls that fall down, and then like a big lake in the bottom of the cavern. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. So I'm gonna go, and then probably that water flows to the sea, right? Maybe there's some underground rivers. I don't know. That could be kind of cool. Maybe just like one big underground river. That might be kind of fun. In which case, I want to put this down around 0. Yeah. Because that gives us 70 blocks, which is pretty good. We could go deeper, because this world is a default world, so it extends downwards all the way to negative 64. So we could go, maybe we'll go a little bit deeper. We'll go like negative 15 or so. And then we'll say variation, maybe about 10. A little bit of roughness. And I don't really know what this is going to look like, but we'll give it a shot and see. Probably just light stone for this as well. Don't want to worry too much about it. Light stone everywhere. Bottom width and top. I don't know. Don't know exactly what this changes. I'm assuming this is like a cave where the bottom width is like the width of the bottom of the cave. In which case, we would want this to be pretty big, I think. I don't know. We'll just stick with the defaults right now. And oh, there's like a whole thing for. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, we can add custom objects. That's really neat. So I could build some stalactites and stalagmites and import them here. Okay, let's not worry about that right now. I kind of just want to paint some of this in and then just see what it looks like. Oops. See what it looks like. This is custom terrain, maybe? Oh, custom layers, that's definitely. Let's do like that. I don't know. I just kind of want to see what happens. And then we will also, because this is just going to make a cave underground, I'm also going to lower the height of this down below the roof. So we'll put this down to like 50 or 40. And then that will that'll put a hole in the roof so we can see. Let's I guess our spawn isn't that far away, but let's export a little piece of this and take a look at it. Let's see. Test it. Select tiles. We don't want all of this. That would be ridiculous. Can do. Yeah, that's way too much. Let's just do clear selection. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. It's 30 slide. This shouldn't take too long. Let me open up Minecraft real quick. Apparently I'm updating my launcher too. Let me see. Okay. This would be 19. Technically, I could be doing this in 19.3, I guess, but this will work. Okay. We're learning stuff today, guys. We're learning stuff. Today is a learning. I hope this works the way I think it's gonna work. I honestly have no idea. Okay. I hope the test export saved in the right spot too. It is thinking. Okay, let's go here. Oh, still got the Worldpainter overlay. I can actually that go away for right now. Okay, let's make it white. Oh, there's our big hole. So yeah, just for reference though, like this is the size of the big skeleton. This is like, I think this is like a knuckle bone or something. It's, I don't know, it's really big. Oh, look at our big hole. Oh, I forgot this is filled with water. It does not seem to have made a cave layer though. That's a little bit strange. Thought there'd be a cave here, but there is not. Just a big hole. Weird. Okay, let's let's investigate. So, did we set this up right? This seems we can do this. Seems right. I wonder if maybe I have to bring this up to like maybe I can't have a hole in the ceiling or something. Let's give that a shot. Do a test export. Oh, do not export underground features. I should probably not do that one. Well, in that case, we definitely can have a hole in the ceiling. Oh my goodness. And it's caught on stream for all eternity. Now people are going to make fun of me. Unfortunately. Let's do this. This is one of my favorite options. I just want to drop this down below 70. Okay. I just want to see if that makes an interesting cave opening, maybe. Okay. Let's export, test export. We will export underground stuff. Hopefully this will work. I had no idea there's a specific button you had to press in order to do caves. Who would have guessed? And I guess I should have guessed. Probably, if I were, like, a better streamer, so I would have checked all this stuff out before I started the stream. so I don't look like an idiot, but, you know, not in my nature to look intelligent, so. Okay. Let's take a peek. I don't like that every time Worldpainter exports a world, it does so, with it being like nighttime. Oh, that's cool. Okay. First, we can get a kind of aerial view. Oh, I kind of like this. Oh, that's wild. That screenshot. Wow. It is super dark in here. Okay, so the walls, evidently whatever setting I have for the walls was the wrong setting. But the general idea is not bad. The ground's a little funny. I don't know how I feel about that, but like, that's pretty cool for a cave. Definitely something interesting. I think we probably need... Huh. Does this really go down as far as, I guess it really does. It goes all the way down to like -15 or so. Just doesn't seem very tall, but I guess, yes, it is pretty tall. Okay, so what I'm gathering is the wall stuff, whatever it was, whatever settings I used for the walls is like, yeah, I need to make that number bigger, I think, so that we get more of a curved shape on the roof and on the floor. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. We can definitely do that. Also, I've got gravel in this palette, and I'm a little bit concerned. I'm not doing it right now, but there's a lot of gravel in the ceiling that I'm kind of worried about falling out of the ceiling. So maybe we use a kind of material that is not gravel. This looks cool from above, though. Yeah, it's in neat shape. I love how it just cuts it off. Look at that. Okay. Cool. And that does look really neat from as you approach. Like, go down here. You have to imagine there's probably like, trees and stuff like that. And then we have just, you're walking along, and you're like, oh, look, like a little dip in the ground. And you get a little bit closer, and it's not just a little dip, it's a huge dip. Whoa, whoa, caves, whoa. Huh? It's a vibe. I dig it. That is trippy, though. It doesn't look that big, but it definitely is quite large. Yeah, and then we have some rivers that flow down into here. Through. I like that. Okay, let's exit that. Go back over here. So, what we know about this? No, go away. Okay, so this number needs to be, both these numbers need to be very much larger, maybe like 50 or something. Oh yeah, see, we can see it there. This one could be smaller, maybe 20. And I hope that'll give us, I don't know though, like how big of an area is this currently? Well, this brush is about 100 blocks across. 400 blocks across. This is a pretty big hole, so maybe 50 is not enough still. Maybe this needs to be like 100. And this needs to be. Yeah, I don't know. We can play around with it a little bit. 40 or 30 maybe. And then... So I also kind of want to take a look at this. Okay, so this is plants and ground cover. Don't actually want to do that. I can flood this and have water down here at like, I don't know, like 30 or something. Put the water level at 0. We could put lava. That seems a little extreme now. I like this. I want this to go deeper. I think maybe down to like, I don't know. We'll start big and kind of mess with it as we go. Cool with the variation there. I think we need more variation up here in the roof. A little bit less roughness. Maybe 0 roughness in the roof. And this can be... I have to be careful because I don't want to pop out the top, so... Move this down to like... 60-ish, maybe? That, and I also don't like the lights down up there. Let's just try rock. I think it makes sense for all of it to be the same, so... Okay, that's a little bit different. Let's give that a shot. And I also, let's paint it with a slightly different brush, because I think the circle brush is, it's okay. Can we paint with other brushes though? Oh yeah, we can. That's kind of cool. I think that's gonna look much better than just the flat ones. Oh, look, we can... Oh, this is cool. Okay. Don't want any extra bits floating around, but... Rotate this around a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's give this a shot and see what this looks like. Should we do water? Should we add a little bit of water too? I like it. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. I can use my streams later, I think. That'll be pretty easy. Just a little brush. How deep is the stream layer? 10. Okay, that's fine. Just add like one little stream. Let's see. Sure. I'm gonna come up this one. Okay, let's export this. We'll do a test export. We will export the underground. I might add a couple more blocks just so we can see. Okay, let's give this a shot and see what happens. We're in uncharted territory. Oh. This is cool, though. I actually may end up doing more with caves now. Now that I understand how they work. I'm not sure how these weird little wiggly bits are going to do when it comes to, the big curvature of the ceiling, but give it a shot, see how it goes. Okay. So now we can see this entire, oh no, that must have been on the other side. Oh, that's weird. What happened there? What? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. That's weird. It's kind of cool. I don't know. That's a strange thing. But I do want to look over here too, just to see. Yeah, so these are like the vertebrae of this creature, and you can see there's there's some weird bits, but overall not bad. Actually, this stream is not terrible either. Minus whatever all this is. I don't know what that is. Not that. Whoa. This is pretty cool. This is also a really easy way to accomplish this. Okay, water level definitely needs to be low, but... Wait. That is kind of what I was hoping for though. Where we get the water that kind of waterfalls down. I do think the curvature of the ceiling, either the curvature of the ceiling needs to be less of a radius there. Oh, I see. This is parts of the ceiling that are hanging down, I think. This height level is down. Yeah, okay, that's what that is. We can fix that. That's easily fixable. I guess we can have some like big stalactites and stuff too. Like that's pretty cool, right? I mean, palette's not great. That's something we're gonna need to fix. This still has gravel in it somehow, but okay. Adjustments. Adjustments are being made. Okay, so yeah, there are bits of this that are not quite. So we will go ahead and lower the okay. Hopefully that'll be enough. And then other things we want to fix. This is 100 is too much. This needs to be closer to like maybe like even just 75 or something, and we'll make this 25. Ceiling level feels pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. This, I don't even know what to do with this. Maybe, I think dark stone is just like deep slate and stuff, so that might be good. Floor, we want to flood it. I think this level needs to be lower, maybe 20 or so. And then, I did like this with the 0 roughness. And we'll try that on the floor too, just to see. And then I do want to, curious about this. Let's add some, yeah, we got hanging stuff. We'll do a little bit of this. I'm gonna call this maybe vines. Make this kind of a greenish color, maybe like a kind of a musty green because it's underground in caves and whatnot. Base intensity. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. Okay. Is that all we wanted to do? Pretty much, yeah. Okay, let's give it another export, see what happens. If we like what we see this time, then what I can do is we can attempt to kind of expand this and do it a little bit more officially. But I do kind of like this idea. Oh, that was the other thing. So I wanted to have we'll do that in the next one. Maybe like a big stalactite though. Okay, let's take a look. Moving terrain. This. There's our water. Nothing's still doing that. I don't know exactly. Yeah, take a look at that. Oh, that's a lot of vines. Oh my goodness. That might be too many vines. I wonder what this looks like without dark vision. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Kind of weird. I do like the dark stone though. I don't know if it really looks like limestone, but it is kind of great. These little side passages are neat too. That is pretty cool. I gotta admit. That was not what I thought this would look like. I want to get rid of these weird water trough things. These are ugly. Yeah, don't much like those. I mean, there's definitely a time and a place. Like, we could put these somewhere, because they are kind of neat, but I don't know why they're here now. Let's see. Okay. Maybe we'll do one more export where I try to deal with trough things. And, where we also... I don't know why it's doing that, because all this seems low enough. Maybe we take out the cave layer. Let's see. Anything that's below... the cave layer starts at 75 or something like that. 60. Anything that's below 60. And we're going to remove this cave layer. And do so with that. That's not right. Oh, it didn't. Let's see. At or below 60. There we go. Maybe that'll work. And then I did also want to put like a... Here's like a mountain brush. Actually, like a mountain kind of thing. Make it pretty small. No, let's take off this. Oh, a little bigger than that. Maybe. I want to add a few of these just to see. Okay, I just want to see if that makes stalactites or not. What else? Oh, the plant layer was kind of extreme. I was wondering if that was something we could change. Minimum level, maximum level. The preview pattern. Only place on valid blocks. Hey, how's it going? It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. We're figuring out. We're trying to do some caves right now. That's the plan. It's going. Gonna decrease this down to like 15. Well, we'll export it again in a moment here. Show you a little bit of what we're going on about, but okay. Let's export this. We'll do a test export. Take another look at it. But yeah, no, it's going pretty good. We're so the plan of action currently is experimenting with cave layers in Worldpainter because I've never done that before, and then also digging a big sinkhole, I guess. Big cave structure kind of nestled here in the in the middle of this gigantic skeleton. As we can see, we're kind of in the middle there. Just mostly just kind of playing around just to see what it's like. But... okay. So we got big skeleton over here. Okay. Why is that completely full of water? Huh. Wait, what? Oh, what? Wait. Oh, I guess the cave layer isn't... That's... Okay, that's sort of problematic. I'll have to fix that. Because it's like everywhere. It's not quite what I wanted. But... this part looks nice. Oh, and look. Oh, these come out really great. Yeah, that's a stalactite. 15% might still be too much for the glow vines and stuff. But overall, looking pretty cool. Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I think this could definitely be like sinkholes. I don't know. This kind of reminds me. Look, we even have glow squid in here. This reminds me kind of like the Worldpainter equivalent of like like the ravines that naturally generate in Minecraft. A little bit better, I would say. I don't know. But I do like these kind of tight little pockets in the corners. That's pretty cool. I do kind of wonder maybe if we have this like central bubbly thing full of water. I don't know. Maybe we could find a way to like dig tunnels from this into the caves or something. I don't know. Hard to say. This does look nice. Okay. Let's go mess with it a little bit. Painter. I'll also turn the 3D view overlay back on so you guys can see. Okay, cool. So, a couple of things. Do want to remove the water in here. But I actually want... How do I remove the water? There is... Oh, I think this... I'm gonna go here to... I always forget how to do this. Maybe it is just the water too, and I just... I guess I just have to slowly lower it all the way down. Okay, now we need to put the cave layer back in here. It's the cave layer? It's a different color than everything else. I hope that's the cave layer. I don't know. That's weird. But yeah, I think we could probably... So let's take a look at the big picture. I think there's a reasonable chance we can make the cave pretty darn big. I think it's currently at a pretty good size. I would expand it maybe a little bit more, just to fill that little gap in the skeleton just a little bit better, and then just have lots of little waterfalls that flow into it. Okay. So, let's remove all the cave layer for right now. just like that. I'm also going to remove the water there. And let's shape the ground a little bit first. I think that's going to be the first order of business. Grab this. Oh, because I'm only affecting things below 60. Make a difference, I suppose. I do think that it makes sense for this to be, like, relatively, and I don't want to go too low. Let's actually bring at or below 0. You know, raise things up, just so we don't go too deep. And then at or above, we're going to go above 0. This just lets us shape this without worrying too much about ruining things. I do like this brush. I think this is a good one. We don't want this to be too gradual. Like, I do want this to be a pretty sharp drop off, but a little bit's not bad. We might have some areas where it pokes through a little bit. That would be kind of nice. Yeah, once we hit water, I know that I'm deep enough. More or less, anyway. I'll make this one look like kind of a longer, narrower. Maybe we have like a little like land bridge there. Like that. And then I think we can take this and just kind of flatten out a few little sections of this to have some little steps, kind of. Various heights. And I think this will really look kind of cool. And it could be that we build little towns and stuff there as well. A lot of opportunity. Okay. There's gotta be a better way to remove water, right? You would think so anyway? Don't know. Maybe the only way is this way. That's okay. Okay, we have to take this off. Alright, there might be some little pockets of water, but I think we're getting down to... Well, we can go through and get rid of all the little pockets of water by hand a little bit later. This. Okay. And then we can add in this cool cave. And for that, I think I'm going to use... It doesn't matter too much, but I do want kind of a large... That one's got a hole in it. It looks like that. Try... Not this. Might be cool for some stuff. Ah, here we go. Here's some that are just... And this one, I mean, this stuff can go under the skeleton, I guess. I didn't really think about that, but there's no reason why not. Yeah. We could have some pretty Could have some pretty crazy cave systems if we wanted. And then what I'll do is I'll grab this one, and I'll just add some big pillars here and there. And like kind of a nice. Okay, that seems pretty good. And then, suppose that we probably need to add some water. And I'm not sure where the water's coming from, but we can draw it in from the brushes. Use this one. Reduce the radius down. I don't think these are going to be huge rivers. I could be wrong about that, but let's see if we can do something kind of like this. And maybe another one a little bit smaller. Join in there. I'm thinking that a lot of this is coming from the bones. That's kind of my thought. So let's see. This needs to drop down in this one as well. Gonna bring this. Yeah, I like that. And then we can clean these up a little bit as we go. Not gonna worry too much about the fine details. I just want to get some stuff in here just so I can see what it's gonna look like. I think that's the main thing. It's gonna be figuring out how all this fits together. So like this one, I do like this. Probably something like that. That's probably enough for now. Okay. It's gonna be pretty cool if it works. It's a big if. Let's go ahead and let's remove things that are below 55. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the stream layer I have below 55, just in case that's causing some issues. And then here, this is a little depression, so I want to fill this with water. And the height that I need to fill it at is going to be whatever this is, which is 73. We'll find 73. Like that. Oh, that'll fill. Let's not do that. Let's see. I think we can go one more. Can we do more? Nope. Okay, just that much. Be kind of a lake. And then we'll say, except on, or only on water, we're going to remove stuff. That's our brush. Remove the stream layer. Does this not count as water? Maybe not. Oh well. Okay. Let's go ahead and test export this and see what happens. We need to expand our selection a little bit. Okay. Leaking straight from the marrow. Maybe instead of producing blood, it produced water. Yeah, that was kind of my thought. You know, is that it's like a big sea monster. You know, and they don't die. You know, these are immortal creatures. The only time they die is if something kills them, which is rare. So I think that it adds kind of some interest um, when big creatures like that, when they work differently than all the other creatures. I think that's kind of, I don't know. There's something to it. But yeah, I like that idea. Leaking straight from the marrow produces water instead of blood. I think that's kind of a neat idea. Because really, thinking about it, the only reason that we have blood is to pump oxygen through our systems so that we can, so our brains work and everything, keep us alive. But if you're immortal, if you don't need to breathe, then do you really need blood? That's what I'm saying. Okay, let's get rid of that. We'll put the window capture on and then turn the 3D view off again. Give this a shot. But yeah, no, this is turning out to be a very interesting thing. I can spell. I don't know why it does that. That's something that I'm gonna have to do some research. Figure out why the heck it's doing. We're gonna have to refine the streams a little bit. I get that. Because these are... Actually, that one came out okay. There, that's kind of bad. We gotta fix that. But, the main hole is good. I imagine a sad story where these leviathans were tasked to fill the oceans, and even though this one's been killed, still clings to continue its mission even death. I kind of like that. It's a very emotional kind of story. Pulling on the heartstrings with that one. This is gonna be slow while the water all updates, but yeah, maybe that's the purpose of the leviathans. Maybe they were created by the goddess of the sea to fill the oceans, or maybe to protect the oceans, or something like that. And there's definitely some sort of tragedy that happened that caused this one to do to do the bad things that it did. And oh, that's beautiful. I like that a lot. That is so cool. Okay, yeah, we definitely need more water or more waterfalls. That is magnificent. That's the other thing I want to change. There's too many of these little ones, but this is pretty cool. I think maybe we lower the water level just a little bit more. I don't know how to add little islands in here, but I sure would like to have some. This is pretty surreal, though. Unfortunately, we can't see the sky until we go outside. But these are the mother of all sinkholes. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm pointing at my screen. You guys can't see me, but here in the middle, I like this pillar that supports the land above it. I like how you can see all. Some refinements and it'll look fantastic. Yeah, I agree. Like, it's gonna be little stuff. I have to say, like, I don't know. These things are weird, like weird little floaty bits. I'm kind of inclined to leave some of them, though. Like, look at that. That is weird, right? But I kind of like it. It's just... It's different. I might leave some of that, honestly. Partially because... So there's two reasonings there. The first part is that I don't know how to get rid of it. And the second part is that it does legitimately look pretty cool. These are going to take a little bit. We're going to have to spend some time with these in-game, kind of fixing the shapes up a little bit. They're a little bit wonky. I mean, obviously they would have been worn down by time, but it's yeah, they're going to need a little bit elbow grease there. I do really like these sinkholes, or I guess that's kind of what they are. Like, imagine we just put like an island, you know, that sticks up out of the water, and you know, you could put a whole town in there. I do kind of like this. It's growing on me. I definitely think less glowberry vines. Less glowberry vines, slightly lower water level, and some little islands in here. And then fix the rivers up above just a bit. But overall, look at this. That's cool. Oh, that's super neat. Man. There's like all these like nice little pockets. Like, look at this. This is so small. I mean, you could put something back there, though. It could be someone's little house or something. I do think the vines do a good job also of kind of hiding the weird roof on this thing. The roof on it's not ideal all the time. This is one of the big pillars, I guess. Yeah, those look good. This all looks so good. I like that sometimes you can see daylight out there. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of room in here for stuff. Okay. More adjustments. So, fix them in the order that I remember them. This needs to go down to like 5. I don't care about the, yeah, that's fine. And let's see, what else? Not 100% sold on the dark stone. I think this needs to come down lower to like -30. And then I want to try to figure out a way. And I think maybe I just need a different cave layer, maybe. That has... a different cave layer that I could paint on top of this to make little islands, maybe. Let's see if we can do that. That sounds doable. Cave layer. Okay, so I don't know how to... If I put a ceiling that's higher than the ground level, will it just not have a ceiling? These are the questions. Let's make it fixed level and we'll put this up at like 100. That's definitely above the ground level. And then the floor, this goes all the way down to -40. Water level's at -30. So let's put this at like -25 or 20. Let's start with 20. We'll give it not a lot of variation, maybe like 5. And basically 0 roughness. I don't want there to be any roughness. Walls, top width, we can put at 0. Bottom width, I would say 5 or 10 is good. These things are only... they're not that tall. They're about 20 blocks tall, so maybe 10 is good. Let's call this Cave Islands, maybe. I have no idea how this is going to work, but we'll try. Okay, let's try painting a few of these in. I believe I have some brushes that are just fully, yeah, these ones are like fully saturated. Let's put like an island here. And we'll put another one kind of over. Right. Yeah. But I think I do want this to be a little bit taller though. Okay, let's give that a shot. I'm trying to think if there's anything. I don't know. I mean, this thing is big enough that we could theoretically put trees and stuff in it too if we wanted, like on these islands. Although I think it might just be better just to have like castle or something, little town, maybe a few little towns. I don't know. It's a pretty big cave. This cave is definitely like at least it's a couple thousand blocks across, maybe a little bit less. Also, I don't know why my stream chat isn't. It's not auto scrolling, so I have to scroll manually to see what people are chatting about. Like I totally missed that Claire had to leave. Sorry. Okay, exporting. I do like that these caves can go under the big skeleton and everything. It's kind of neat. I'm hoping this whole island thing works the way that I think it's going to work, but don't know. Where's my mouse? Okay, let's take a peek. Okay. Ooh, that looks bad. What happened there? Oh, I see. No, that's where the island would have been. Okay, so that didn't work. Is there an island in here? Oh, maybe we need to remove... That's probably it. Because there should be an island here. There's not. I do think that this is a more appropriate amount of low bearing. I'm pretty pleased with that. We can always add more by hand. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this thing. So I think that we add the layer, but I think we also need to remove this layer. That's my guess. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Only on layer sinkhole. Oops. Oh no, I'm sorry. We need to go layer cave islands. We're gonna remove the sinkhole. Is that all of them? I guess there are just 2 islands. Okay, let's try this one more time. Anything else that I need to fix? No. And unfortunately, this is probably going to end up being a shorter stream. I got some stuff I got to take care of this evening before I get to bed. But we'll get this cave stuff figured out, and then we'll call it. Yeah, it's good. I need to try and do more of these streams because I know that I've been pretty lacking in content creation in general. Just last year was a pretty awful year overall for me. And this year is better so far. But unfortunately, I've got a new job, and it's a pretty intense job. So it's taking up a lot of my time right now. We'll get there. I do have some plans. Trying to find the willpower to make some more videos. It's a lot of effort. I shouldn't complain about it, but I do feel a little bit bad because I feel like I've got all these people who are like every day I get 1 or 2 people who subscribe to the YouTube channel and everything, and they subscribe and then they don't see much, so Except for this, they'll see this. Hi, people. Nope, it's still doing it. Nope, that's even worse. Well, that's weird. Not sure how to... I mean, I guess maybe what I need to do is build some islands. They do stick out of the water nicely. But I guess what I need to do is build some islands and then stick them in here as an object layer, maybe. That seems silly that I'd have to do that, but could just be... I mean, there's probably also a very much simpler solution that I'm just not thinking of. But this one almost worked. Just the walls. Get rid of the walls. But like this part down here, like, had it generated without the walls. I don't know if there's a way to remove the walls. But if that had been the case, this would have been a good island. Like the base of it is a good shape and everything. This is a very interesting. I don't know. That's pretty wild though. I do think that it's cool that this kind of terrain. I mean, that one block of bedrock is. I'll probably knock that out. Like some of this stuff is kind of cool. You know, maybe the terrain is just getting weird. You know, because it's in such proximity to a a creature that's arguably it's dead, but probably still I don't know, some sort of kind of I don't want to say radiation, but sort of like that, kind of a it's just causing strange things to happen to the land around it. Like that is pretty cool. I actually really like that. We go into creative mode. Hop around a little bit. Like I did have an area that I wanted to do floating islands. And this actually might be a good way to do floating islands. I gotta remember. But like this would be, yeah. I mean, this is kind of cool because you look down these little gaps, and then suddenly there's like a whole cave and lake system down there. Look at that. You see some of the pillars in the distance. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, corrupted and mangled. Yeah. There's something to it. I like that word that you use, corrupted. That, because so the whole thing with the Leviathan being here, that's already like a strange thing. Like they're creatures of the sea. They don't come on land on purpose most of the time. So the circumstances surrounding the reason that a Leviathan would come this far up onto the mainland, there's probably a really interesting story there. There's probably something went terribly wrong. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe this particular Leviathan, the reason that it came up here and the reason that it had to be slain was because it was infected in some way or corrupted in some way. And that now that it's dead, and the body is laying here seeping, all the marrow and the water from the bones is seeping into the land and just making things weird. I kind of like that. Kind of makes me wonder if I could add some... Like, that is really neat right there. I don't know how I did that, but I sure would like to figure out so I can do it again. I'm assuming that's just the cave layer poking through. But it is pretty cool. Or like this over here is, that thing is pretty wacky. But I do like the story that's developing around this. I actually did have an idea for a town built inside the skeleton. Maybe mined into the actual bone itself, called marrow, where they're harvesting bits and pieces of this creature, to use and to sell and to do all sorts of crazy stuff with. And I think that would be kind of interesting. I also had an idea that I think that probably the heart, I mean, maybe not a ton of like different organs, I don't think like that. I'm not going to worry about building a big spleen or anything, but the heart, I think I got to do something for the heart. The heart's got to still be floating around somewhere inside, underground maybe or something, and there's absolutely an adventure somewhere. I haven't quite written it. Taking that into account, maybe the castle-like island could be like some sort of temple to prevent future corruptionage. That's a good word. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's like a sacred order of monks or something who, whose job is to try and purify the land, I suppose it could be a big temple to the goddess of the sea. And she's the one who created the Leviathans in the first place. And if something went wrong with one of them, if one of them went crazy and started attacking people, she would definitely be the one to fix that. So maybe there's a big temple to her here where they're trying to fix things. They're trying to figure out what's going wrong. Maybe the sinkhole keeps growing or something like that. Maybe the water is acidic, Maybe that's why it's building these sinkholes in the first place. And they're trying to find a way to stop it. It's an interesting story. And this could be a problem. I like this because it's something that kind of it builds into the story of the whole area. This area is going to be heavily, thickly forested jungle, essentially. So maybe the water is seeping into the water table and it's getting into the streams and, beginning to mutate fish. You're getting crazy fish and crazy river monsters and whatnot. It's affecting all the towns all the way down the river. And this is something that they need to work on fixing, or they need to find a solution or a way to at least protect themselves. I kind of like that. I would imagine the weather around the skeleton is also just weird. It's probably less of like a tropical forest and maybe more of like a cooler kind of a cloud forest. Could be kind of fun. Because that's also like another thing that I want to try and spend some time focusing on. Okay, this is cool. Like holes in the river. It's wild. But yeah, I don't. There's a very large space, and I think that it would be such a shame to have the entire big space here be all just same jungle all the way across. But at the same time, I also don't want to. I don't think we have the time or the energy to build the forest by hand or anything like that. I think maybe a compromise is in order. I think finding some reasons to make parts of the jungle different. There's even cows. It's so funny. Finding reasons to make it different is important. That, and then just I need to take the time. I'll probably do a stream at some point. And just build like a lot of trees. I think I want to have about 50 different tree schematics for different kinds of jungle trees. Got about 20 so far. I want to get another few. The pillars, they get me. Those are so good. But yeah, some more tree schematics just to keep things different. And then what I can do if I have 50 different tree schematics is, instead of putting all 50 of them everywhere, I could do subsections. This part of the jungle has these 30 trees, but this part of the jungle has some overlap. There's a few that are the same, but there's a few that are different. Stuff like that. And I think that'll make things feel a little bit more alive. And then I really just have to focus mainly on on which parts have which. It's almost good. Like if this wasn't so vertical, and if this was flat, it would be just about perfect. Because I could definitely see building some. We'll have to mess with that a little bit. Let me see. Go back to Worldpainter for a moment. Just want to see if there's anything that I can think of that would. So we definitely need to have the sinkhole layer. Evidently that's doing something. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but doing something. I wonder how we can make little islands. So obviously this did not work. And there's ground cover objects. It may be the case that I have to build some island schematics, which seems silly, but might be the case. I mean, I suppose. I don't know. Caves are weird. Caves are definitely weird. I mean, I can't think of a good way right now. Yep, that's a thinker. That's something we'll have to think about. But so I do want to take a look at this kind of big map for a moment and just kind of talk a little bit about what my plans are. So first of all, this whole area down here is jungle. This whole big valley. And you can see that this valley over here, this is where we're building currently. This is where Illias is. Illias is like right here. In fact, turn on the overlay. There's Illias. So this area is obviously much, much larger. And just, obviously jungle stuff all through here, but I think that we just need something different, some other stuff. So I think things like this, points of interest, could be good. I think we could build some more caves around here. I think that those are some interesting things we can add. We didn't get around to it today. Maybe I'll try one real quick. I do want to try and figure out how to do kind of one-sided mountains that are kind of a gradual slope on one side and then a sharp drop on the other side, because I think that would be kind of cool. Not 100% sure how I'm going to do that. They don't really have... I mean, they probably are brushes, but I don't have any brushes. And I wonder if I could do like a mountain. Or like... maybe... oops. Oh, because we're trying to... why? Oh, because we're doing only... so like we got this. This is a mountain. Let's go ahead and turn on our 3D view again so we can see that. Okay, mountain. If this will ever load. It's not a... try this. Control 3. Okay. Why is this so large? We need to That's weird. There it goes. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. So we got like a little... That's an ugly mountain. I don't like that. Let's find a better one. I swear, some of these brush packs are just very disappointing. Okay, I mean, we can work with that. And then, I think what I'd have to do would be to drag this down. We can make this a little bit taller. Yeah. And then I think that at or above 90, and then we kind of do like this, where we make one side of it very, very steep. Maybe. We need this to be like very, because I want like very like kind of pointy mountains. Like a pointy on the top. Oh, hey, it's South. Sorry, buddy. I didn't see you there. How's it going? Good hearing from you again. Maybe we just need a very steep brush. I have a cliff brush. Just kind of... That could be good. I almost wonder if we could put a cave layer under here to make it an overhang. How cool would that be? Okay, we're gonna let's try something a little bit. This goes up to about 160 or so. I'm just curious. This obviously did not. Let's use this one. Bring this up to like 150 or so. Fixed level. And then we're gonna put the top width at like 100. And then I think if we paint this along the edge, I think we might end up with kind of an overhang. That would be kind of cool. Now we can put this at 90. Like, no variation. Change the name to overhang. Well, let's give it a shot, see what happens. I have no idea if this is going to work, but it would be really cool if it did. Maybe kind of like that. And then hopefully this all becomes an overhang. I have no idea what's going to happen with it. Do we have another material for the walls? Let's make this... let's blend it all together. So what we'll do is we'll do this. The ceiling is also going to be dark stone. Floor is going to be that. And then, gotta paint the rest of this real quick. Pretty sure. Custom dark stone. We'll say, yeah, about 45. And then above, like, 40. We'll do some rock. Oh, we have to do these in the other order. I knew that. Just testing you guys. Okay. Let's export this really quick, and then unfortunately I do have to go pretty soon. It's 8:30. Gotta get some stuff done. Let's go. Oops. We have selection. We'll find our little tiny mountain range. Perfect. We should put the spawn kind of here. Oh, it's export. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really want to learn how to do. I've seen people do overhangs in Worldpainter, for like big cliffs and stuff, but never tried it myself. Get rid of that. Back to windowed. Let's take a peek. Okay, where is this thing? Oh, there it is. Oh, that almost worked. A little funny. Strange to me. Maybe it's just because the radius is so big. How tall is this? 178. I mean, that is cool, and it is an overhang. It's just not quite the overhang I was hoping for. I think maybe that's just because the... Okay. Let's... Nope, don't want that. That's my auto clicker. Let's... Maybe this doesn't need to be 100. Maybe this can be 50 or something like that. At the bottom, like 15. Fix level at 90, which is the ground. Yeah, that's fine. Bring this up to 160 maybe. Yeah, that seems kind of good. Let's maybe make this just a little bit smaller, just to see if that's what's causing this to do weird things. Test export. At least when we're doing these little bits, it's relatively quick. Appreciate that. And there we go. I don't understand why it always makes it. Oh. Okay, that's better. That's better. That actually looks kind of cool. It's a little uniform. I do think maybe it needs a little bit of roughness. But it also did accomplish what I wanted it to accomplish. Which is kind of an overhanging mountain of some sort. That's not bad, right? It definitely needs a little bit of work. Like, the edges of this are way too smooth, but it's kind of cool that we can do overhangs. Okay, we're gonna do one more quick edit, just because I'm a curious boy. Let's paint the overhang stuff onto here. We can actually Kind of curious what happens if we only do it on part of the mountain. Like that, and then I also want to edit this a little bit. So this needs to have a little bit of variation, definitely. 5 or so blocks. Maybe a little bit of roughness to it too. Thinking like 10. And then the floor needs a little bit of variation as well. Just a little bit. 5. That might even be too much. We'll stick with 5. 5 is fine. This needs to be a little bit more. Maybe like 40 or 50. I'm actually okay with the bottom. Not too worried about that. Let's do one more test export. Actually, the other thing I want to do is I want to try and smooth some of this out a little bit. Paint this really quick. Just the materials, hold it like this, and we'll go through. Start with rock, and we'll say that's above 35 degrees. Then we'll do dark stone. About 45 degrees. Excellent. Okay, let's give this a little export and see what happens. Okay. One more test. I told myself this would be a 1-hour stream. We just passed 2 hours, so that ain't happening. But I'm having too much fun. What can I say? This. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of... Yeah, the ground is funky. Don't necessarily hate it, but... That's pretty cool. I wish it wasn't so dark, but... That's not that cool. And the roughness definitely helps with making this seem... There are some little bits that I don't like. Like, I don't like... These crevices don't make a lot of sense, but... That's kind of cool, though. I definitely would want to smooth that out, make that a more gradual transition up to the peak. And then have the peak, have this top part just drop down suddenly, I think. Would be really, really neat. Oh, that's interesting. These things on the ground are kind of fun, too. Like, I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes me wonder if I could do this on purpose somewhere to have some strange shapes on the ground. I do like the way this looks like it's just been kind of scooped up. Some of this is like, I don't like that. Definitely something to consider. And I suppose if it didn't go as deep into the mountain, you know, this could just serve as like a nice cliff. Use this for cliffs. Particularly by the ocean, I think this would look nice. Actually, I love this mix. Like it's deep slate and basalt and some coal ore and bedrock, and it's got a nice texture to it. It's good. All right. Well, I've wasted enough time bumbling around today on Worldpainter. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by and for hanging out. I appreciate it. I know that I am not particularly consistent when it comes to doing things. So, yeah. Hopefully we'll do some more. I mean, I'm definitely going to continue working on the project. The question is whether or not I make videos out of it or do streams. I'm trying to be better about it because I know that it's twofold. I think that you guys like seeing this stuff, and when I stream, it means that I have to actually get things done. Kind of, how my streams go. But yeah, hoping to do more. We'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to head off and get some other stuff done, but it's been nice hanging with you guys, and hope to see you at the next one. Have a good night.